Hi everyone, it's StariAri and I'm here to give you guys another pick a card. This time we're going to be doing Goddess Guidance. So before we begin, I do want to update you guys a little bit about the changes on my website. I am no longer giving Zoom readings or healings. Everything will be emailed. So if you guys are interested in a reading or emailed reading, go ahead and book that on my website under the emailed readings tab. And I am still working on some candle magic for you guys. Hopefully it'll be done and completed with before I would say the end of this month. Here's fingers crossed, because there's a lot of delays with the waxes. Because of the pandemic, there hasn't been a lot of manufacturing or opportunity to actually harvest and manufacture the ingredients for the waxes that I use. So that's what's going on. And also I do have a new opportunity for those who desire to learn from me. These are going to be spiritual, personalized spiritual mentorships. So you guys could find those under the I would say services tab. So there's three options. The first one's going to be an hour mentorship. The second one would be a 2 hour. And then the third one is a 7-day one, which is an hour each session. So if you guys are interested in that and learning how to hone in on your intuitive abilities, as well as how to read energy or how to work with energy healings, go ahead and book that on my website. Anyway, let's go ahead and start. So we have pile number 1 right here, number 2, number 3, and number 4. So at this time, I want you to pause the video and connect to your higher self and guides and ask which pile you should choose that has the perfect message for you at this time, okay? All right, so if you chose pile number 1, here is your goddess that is coming in for you. And this one is Green Tara, and the message is coming regarding salvation. So I feel like this has a lot to do with people's perception of the world events that are happening, as well as their own situations. Maybe there is some type of grief that you're going through, or some type of hardship that you might be going through at this time. And Green Tara is telling you, you know, the only real salvation available to you is coming from within, coming from your divine will to progress and to move forward with your life, to, you know, remove any type of obstacles from your path. You know, you're the only one that really knows how to do this. You're the only one who knows how to get yourself out of this situation. If you don't know how, then you could ask questions. You could ask, you know, for some advice from your guides. Maybe they can point you in the right direction towards a person in your life, or maybe a person out in your community that can assist you with whatever you need. Okay, so if you're going through hardships, especially financial hardships, then there's opportunities that you can apply for assistance, you know, with your you know, government. Maybe your state government has some type of assistance, or even, you know, some type of work related thing where you can find a job. Again, it's all temporary, you guys, okay? So it doesn't mean that you have to be stuck with this situation or this job. It's a means to an end, you know, to ending that cycle of deprivation, of you know, grief, or even the cycle of like not having enough things, you know. And so Green Tara says, you know, there's a lot of things available around you. You just need to look, and you need to ask questions. You could go to your local human services, you know, building and ask, you know, how can you apply for hardship assistance and things like that. Okay, so it's not something that a lot of people understand, that, you know, their government is actually out there doing these programs. And if you are having a really rough time, and then if you do qualify because you're supposed to be under a certain financial bracket, then go ahead and take the assistance. It's not, like I said, it's not permanent. It's just a temporary thing that'll help you get back on your feet. Okay. So that's what the salvation is the energy. That's what I'm tapping into. So again, there are programs out there. Don't lose hope. Okay. Just investigate. All right. So moving on. We have fire. So fire is passion. So passion, it's kind of like asking you, okay, so if you want to take, get out of your situation, take the proper steps towards something better. Maybe, like I said before, maybe there's some hardships with you're not getting enough money, or the place that you're living, the location that you're living is not conducive to your health, or you're around people who are very, negative, things like that. Then you need to start to tap into your own, intuition regarding this information that you're receiving. Maybe following your dreams once more. Maybe the situation is happening because you haven't been, I would say, forthcoming or even trusting your guidance. Maybe you've denied yourself your passions, you've denied yourself your dreams for such a long time that now you're feeling like you've hit rock bottom, and that's probably the universe telling you, let's go back to what you were passionate about. Let's go back to what you're here to do. Okay. What motivates you? What keeps you, from not losing hope? What wakes you up in the morning and drives your spirit, okay, or movement forward, okay? So maybe this has a lot to do with that, with following your dreams, and maybe you have to go back to school, or you got to get certified in something, or whatever else. What I'm feeling is a career change here, where the career that you're on, or you were on, if you don't have one at this time because of COVID or the pandemic, maybe it's time for you to shift and change into really following through with your life's mission, your life's goals. Maybe the career that you were in wasn't healthy for you. Yes, you were making money, it was stable, but obviously it's not anymore because of the pandemic. So you need something more reliable, something that will definitely be around for a very long time and won't be affected as much as this other career that you were probably in has been affected. So it's important for you to start to evaluate this and make a plan of action. Do you need to go back to school? Do you need to find some assistance to propel you towards the right direction? Whatever it is that you need to do, I recommend that at this time especially, to actually take action on this, okay? So you could get out of that situation that you're in. So moving on, we have sunstone. So sunstone is your crystal ally for this reading. So sunstone is all about harnessing the energy of the sun, as well as harnessing the energy of fire. So we have fire energy here. Fire energy is about transmuting and releasing and moving forward, right? It's about action, about staying setting a goal and then taking action on it, okay? So whatever is going on in your life, whatever situation you're in, it's time for you to move forward with your life. It's time for you to take a different route. It's time for you to press on and find success somewhere else, okay? So I also feel like a lot of people are having situations where they're not finding success in the environment that they're in because of the restrictions of COVID. And this is happening here in the United States, where certain states restrict more than others. Maybe it's time for you to look towards moving to a different state where you won't have such restriction, and you'll find a better job, okay? Even education has been hit hard too, especially for those who are seeking a degree, where some colleges are just not taking applicants, or they're not doing things in person. They're doing things online, and might be limited degrees that you can choose from. And so, like I said before, it's different states that are doing this. It's not the entire federal government. It's a state regulated law, how strict and restrictive they would be for whomever lives where. So for example, I used to live in South Dakota. We didn't really have a lot of restrictions there. I don't think they do it at this time either. Things are completely open. It just, the state let it up to adults who were, you know, in charge of small businesses to do what they needed to do to protect their small business or even their employees if they had any. So again, the state gave the businesses the responsibility as to how strict or restrictive they were going to be. And so things were never shut down completely. You know, they did adhere to, you know, social distancing, wearing your mask or whatnot, washing your hands, things like that. But they never shut down their economy. And so they're thriving at this time compared to, let's say, California or New York, that are super restrictive with the people who live there. I don't understand how you guys even stand living there, to be honest. But anyway, wherever you're at, I think just look at your government assistance as well as how restricted things are for, you know, for always going back to school or even choosing a job, things like that, or look forward to a different environment. You know, it's time for a change. It's definitely time for people to feel safe again and to feel like they're stable once more. Okay, so Sunstone will bring you that information, will help you with moving forward and motivating you to actually take action on what you need to. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye. All right, if you chose number 2, here is your goddess. So we have the Morrigan or Morrigan, and this energy is death and magic. So Morrigan in legend was, I would say there's kind of like a negative connotation with her because she represents death. So a lot of people have this negative perception of her because of the darkness and death and not existing anymore, things like that. But what I want you guys to understand is that her energy is coming from the divine feminine, from the shadows. Okay, so with her, she's kind of like similar to Eris energy from, you know, astrology, where she's here to uproot anything that does not serve everyone. She's here to transform things, and sometimes her methods are very destructive, but sometimes they have to be because people need to wake up, okay? Especially if they're continuing a cycle that they haven't, they know that it's bad for them, they know that it's toxic for them, and yet they still remain. Okay, so that's what she represents. She represents an ending so that a new beginning can commence. Okay, and magic is the fortitude of the energy that is within you. You are the one that creates the life circumstances that you're living through the karmic cycles that you have to, you know, maneuver through, as well as through your thought forms and even the refusal to move forward or the denial of things too. Okay, so if you're feeling like things are just going haywire, things are changing too rapidly and getting you out of your comfort zone, and that's the divine feminine energy, or that is the Morrigan energy, propelling you forward so that you won't be stagnant anymore, so that you won't be stuck in toxic relationships and cycles with others, and so you can move forward with your life and really bring in something better for yourself. Okay, so that's what I have. So let's see for the other cards. We have Witch, so healer. So this is kind of like a time for you to really understand who you are as a person. A witch is someone who makes things happen, working with the elements, working with her own divine intuition and guidance. Someone that makes magic happen too, okay? Tapping into that so that they can create the life that they desire. And, you know, that's what it really is wisdom. Wisdom from the divine, wisdom from the spirit world coming into this world and working through it so that you can maneuver yourself out of situations that are bad for you into much more loving situations. Okay, and of course, empowerment. That's what this card represents too. The healer energy is all about transmutation. It's about, you know, understanding the cycles of the woundings that you might have or you might be carrying, and the cycles of death and rebirth as well, because that's what Morrigan represents, the death, and then after that the rebirth through the healing, of course. So whatever needs to be healed at this time, it's time for you to focus on that. Time for you to really evaluate it and be honest with yourself. Where are you denying something in your life? Are you in denial of the relationships that you're in, or the friendships that you have with someone? Are you not seeing the bigger picture? Are you not seeing the red flags? Are you, you know, just ignoring those things? Or are you doing this because you think, oh, you know, I can change this person. My love can change this person. What's going on with that, you know? And so I always see this with people who are natural healers, where they get into situations with even friendships as well as romantic partnerships with a toxic person, because they're trying to heal them. But guess what? It doesn't work that way. It has to be that the person wants to be healed too and does the work too, not just gives you all the work to do for them, okay? Because how are they going to learn to heal themselves if they're just relying on you to do the work for them? So again, this is a very toxic situation. And then in so many ways, healers tend to be like martyrs, where they think that they have to sacrifice their happiness for someone else's, okay? So that's what the Morrigan is actually bringing up, is like, are you sacrificing your own happiness for somebody else's happiness? Are you doing all the work in the relationship? Is it a one-sided relationship, or is it you know, a relationship of equals? Okay, what's going on here? What needs to be healed? All right, so moving on, we have the crystal that's going to assist you with. So lithium quartz is a very high vibrational quartz. It's actually what I find with this one is that it does move shadows, meaning that it does transmute it. It does also bring in higher frequencies, so that when you do have to do this healing work, you can use the crystal to remove anything that's blocking this work from being successful. So any, you know, fears about leaving things behind, like people, or breaking up with someone, or breaking up in a friendship, you know, lithium quartz can absorb that fear, energetically speaking, and all you have to do is actually take action on it, okay, in order for it to actually be accomplished. All right, so this is a very powerful tool to use. If you don't have lithium quartz, then you could easily get, you know, a regular quartz crystal, something like this. Well, this isn't lithium or regular quartz. It's actually a shamanic quartz stone. So because it has a lot of little, like I call them forests. So anyway, whatever you have available to you, whatever you feel guided to use, then use that as a tools to removing these blockages or negative energies from your energy field that were created from these interactions with these people, okay? You deserve better. You deserve equal, respectful energy around you, and you deserve to be happy too, okay? So again, if you're having a hard time with these energies and with letting go of the past, then if you pick this card, you know that soon her energy, which is actually your energy too, the divine feminine, the dark feminine, or whatever you want to call her, is going to destroy or remove these people from your life somehow. Okay, so just be ready for that. And so understand who you are as a soul, and understand the capacity that you have to move forward with your life without these toxic people, and to heal yourself from these connections. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. All right, so if you guys chose pile number 3, you have Sophia. energy. So here we have the divine feminine. I would say Sophia represents the feminine that's of a higher realm. You know, the feminine energy is multifaceted. There is a lot of different type of feminine energy, especially when we combine it and balance it out with the masculine or the divine masculine energy. Sophia represents an energy that is very much in tune with her, like the elements around her, so with the earth as well as the cosmos, and so with that being said, that is where the divine wisdom comes in. You attuning to your environment, you connecting to the elements, connecting to the earth, connecting to you know, water, fire, earth and air elements, connecting to the cosmos, the stars, the planets, whatever. Okay, that's where the divinity comes in, because everything is divine. Everything is created through divine will. All right, so I feel like this card represents people who are ready to really touch base with their own intuition and connect in this way. So there are a lot of things out there, a lot of tools that you can use to connect to your own intuition, but I do recommend you start with I would say something simple like oracle cards because those are like the simplest tools to use, okay, until you start to trust your intuition and your guidance. All right, so moving on, we have your next card, which is Hearth, Homecoming. So this is definitely an energy of a divine feminine, taking care of your home, making it your own sanctuary, your own sacred space, but also making it feel like you can do anything there. You know, you can create the world that you desire from there. You can dream the dreams that you desire to dream. You can, you know, wake up motivated and refresh. So what Sophia is kind of asking you to do is to make your space your own. You know, make a location in your home, whether it is a room, only one room, where you put all your stuff, where you have all your things that you like to work with, the books that you like to read. You know, if you're an artist, where you have your, you know, your artwork, or if you like to do, you know, create music, where you have your instruments, things like that. Make things your own, because it's kind of like your own little sanctuary that you need to connect to the divine within, okay? And another thing about this card, what I'm hearing is, when you are one with the elements, when you are one with yourself, with your intuition, with your higher guidance, then you feel a sense of peace within. You feel a sense of relief. Nothing outside of you can harm you. Nothing can, you know, throttle you. Nothing can manipulate you anymore. And so that's why it's imperative that you connect in this way, make a sacred space and connect in this way, where nothing can, you know, mess with or I would say lower your vibration. Okay, so that's what I got for that. And then we have Apache Tears. So this is going to be the stone that you use to assist you with this. So Apache Tears are found, I would say, in the southwestern region of the United States. This is a type of obsidian, but there's a difference with this energy. The energy itself is a very intense energy. I would say that it does remove any type of clutter energy, any type of negative energy from your home for sure, and it also protects, but it also requires you to take action on the changes that you need to make in your life in order for you to finally find peace within. So this is kind of like a stone of transformation, so to speak. So it is important for you to, if you do work with this energy, that you do take the steps that are appropriate for yourself to remove any type of you know, negative energy, any type of mentality that is limiting in your life, regarding yourself, regarding your success, regarding your creativity, regarding even your intuition, especially your intuition, I would say, like you being able to connect in that way, or listen to your guidance or your guides and things like that, because again, it's very different from everyone. There is a unique way of communication that transpires within everyone because we have a different filter. So if your communication is coming through a series of, like, I would say, I don't know, songs or even messages, such as a frequent number that you see, things like that, and that's how you get your communications from the higher realms, okay? So it's unique to you, okay? So that's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye-bye. All right, if you chose pile number 4, you have Hera, Alliance. So to me, this card is about communication, networking, and really looking for people who are like-minded in the way of spiritual growth. So this means that you are gonna find a community that is very similar in the way of their belief systems. But that doesn't mean that they have to be exactly the same, okay? This means that you have to work with people. This is a card of really working with others, okay? So if you're not used to that, then this is gonna take you out of your comfort zone, so to speak. So Hera was, you know, the goddess of the home, marriage, and the hearth, okay? She represented the wisdom that you gain from, you know, coupling with someone, from growing with someone, from, I would say, connecting with someone on a soul level. But she also represented the wisdom of the divine feminine when she becomes, you know, a mother, okay? What you gain from it. A different perspective that you have of the world, because there's a little being that you have to take care of, you know, and make sure that they are raised properly and they're prepared for the world themselves. So that being said, this type of alliance can be something like that, where maybe you are ready to commingle. You're ready to connect at a deeper level with somebody else and create a life together. Or maybe you are already with someone and you're ready to create a new life, meaning a child, you know, whatever it is. I feel like this alliance is going to be very beneficial for you, especially the growth that you will have, you know, internally. And it doesn't have to be necessarily for women. It could be for men. You know, men grow in a relationship with a very strong and balanced woman, you know. And so I feel like this card, if you chose this, it's time for you to really think about your future, you know, really see what you want in a partner, or even in a friendship too. Like if you've had really bad friendships, for example, and you just can't trust these hoes, you know what I mean. It feels like you need to heal this stuff about yourself, you know, about the relationships that you used to have, and then seek out people who are more like-minded than, like, with you, who are spiritual, who are connected, who are wise, and who are patient and compassionate. Okay, so that's what this card represents, is a time for you to evaluate, but also seek out people who are on a higher vibration. Okay, so moving on. Got the Lady Goddess energy, Divine Feminine. So this is what the ultimate energy that surrounds this card represents, where you kind of have to start working with the Divine Feminine energy. The Divine Feminine energy doesn't stand alone. It is a combination of different energies. You know, the Divine Feminine is dark, light. It is everything, all the elements, as well as the Divine Masculine too. So that being said, connect to your Divine Feminine, see what you need to do to balance that within yourself, as well as in so many ways it'll have a ripple effect with the relationships around you too, or even seeking out divine feminines who you think represent the divine feminine. It could be a man or a woman, doesn't matter, and see why they emulate that for you. What can you learn from them, and so that you can start trusting your own energies of the divine feminine within. Okay. And also, I feel for those who are trying to start a relationship or a family here, I feel it's all about embracing the divine feminine that is going to help you with nurturing yourself and the relationship, so that it could grow and blossom into something long lasting. And for those who are wishing to have children, I feel the same way, that the divine feminine energy surrounds this coupling and this creation of life, because remember, the divine feminine is the one that brings life. She is the portal between worlds. She is the one that manifests, or allows the manifestation of a new soul to come in through her womb. Okay. And so if you're watching this and you are a physical female and you are ready to give birth to a new life, then I highly recommend that you hone in onto this magical, very powerful divine feminine within you to prepare you for that very important job of being that portal for this new soul to come in. Okay. If you're watching this and you're a divine masculine, then I feel like it's time for you to tap into your divine feminine or to your partner as well, and see what you can do to assist this beautiful, magical time in your partner's, life, especially because she is going to be bringing in this new soul into this world. And what can you do to nurture the soul too, to nurture her and assist her with the birthing process? That's what it is. That's what I'm feeling that this definitely represents for different people. Okay. So moving on, we have Mookaite Jasper. So this crystal ally can assist you with grounding this energy into yourself. It can assist you with, and it's very soft energy. The actual Jasper energy is very soft, but it's also super grounding. And the way that it grounds is it grounds you into the mother's energy, the Mother Earth energy. The Mother Earth is the divine feminine, showing herself as the mother, as she birthed all of these creations upon her, and she continues to give us life through the sprouting of seeds, through the vegetation, through the waters, through the earth that are fertile, and so she continues to nurture us throughout our lifetime. Okay. And so that being said, Mookaite Jasper will assist you with connecting to her energies. So if you feel like you need to be more grounded in that divine feminine energy, then I highly recommend that you connect to her as well. So that's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye.